What's up, guys? JonJonTheWise here, and I got another Cyberpunk video for you guys. This time it is an actual play. That's right, I'm starting to make these videos again. This is a big, ambitious project that I'm starting, and before we get into this video, I just wanted to preface it with a few things. First of all, I want to say thank you to all my supporters, all the Patreon folks, and all of you. If you're watching this, you're part of the Patreon. This is a Patreon exclusive, and I want to thank you for all your support, because all of the money that you guys give me is going to equipment and stuff to make this kind of thing happen at the highest production level that it can. So I just want to thank you guys for helping me out with that and continuing to do so. Also, right before we get into this video, I just want to tell you guys that this is our session 0. My idea behind this was to get everybody together, get everybody familiarized with each other, and then maybe hopefully we got good audio and video and we can release it out publicly. Well, we ran into some hiccups with some audio and video, and it didn't come out the way that I wanted it to. It was a little grainy. We lost a lot of frame rate, a lot of frames during recording because I was using a bad laptop, and the audio setup with one microphone did not sound good at all. Obviously, we just powered through it and we made it happen. And, I did my best to clean it up and make it look okay. I did some editing and stuff to it, but I don't want this to be the first thing that people see when they come out and they check out this video. But I know that you patrons are always supporting and you would love to watch something like this. So I'm just putting it out for you guys exclusively. All right. So thank you so much for your support. Please enjoy our session 0 and stay tuned for more Under the Crimson Sky. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you all, my players, all my supporters, all the Patreon people. Thank you all. We are here to play Cyberpunk Red. Today's is session 0. We're going to be making characters, and we're going to be introducing everybody. You're going to get to know everyone. And but before we get into all that, we have sponsors. We have all kinds of stuff going on. We have a charity that's connected to this game. The charity is called 50legs.org. They're a really cool charity. If I did things right, there should be like a donation button embedded in the YouTube thing. And they give prosthetics to kids and adults for free. The guy started, gave 50, and then now he's given over 1,000, I think, to people. That's what he said when he talked to me. But go to the link, donate to them. It's going to be a part of this whole thing. By the way, this is called Under the Crimson Sky, for all of you that wanted to know. I think it's a cool name. I think it's fun. Yeah, write it down. Under the Crimson Sky. That is the name of our show. So 50legs.org is the place where you can donate. Also, I'm drawing a blank on everything else. Give me a second. There was the donation. Then Green Tower Games.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, good point.
Green Tower Games, owned by yours truly over here, Garrett Morgan. That is my local shop. It is on what address?
It's on Valley Street in Newhall.
Valley Street on Newhall. You guys can find it in Santa Clarita. There's all kinds of stuff. That's where I got my painting going on, thanks to Garrett. It's Warhammer, it's Magic the Gathering, Marvel Crisis Protocol, if you're into that kind of thing too. And they got all kinds of stuff going on. It's a good hub, right?
Agreed.
So there's that. There's also the Cyberpunk Red app that is attached to this whole thing. We're going to be using...
What? I just opened it.
Paris just opened it up. We're going to be using paper and pencil, but the Cyberpunk Red app is there for you to make characters literally on the fly. You can make a character within seconds. And then now you can print that PDF and take it with you to your games. So there you go. We won't be using it for this campaign, but it is our sponsor. So I encourage all of you to go check it out. It's really awesome. It has a dice roller, everything. It's got everything in it to play Cyberpunk Red. And it's free. There's some premium options for a Game Master, but it's mostly free. So there you go. All right. Other than that, we are going to be making characters today. We are starting our campaign brand new. What we'll do is we'll go around the table. Let's just introduce ourselves, say why you're cool, why people should worry about you, and why you're relevant. And just make sure you say it into the mic, and that's it. We'll start over here with Arnog, the most bored of us all.
Hi.
I cheated and already said your name, but
Then you introduced me. Next.
All right, there we go. That's Arnog, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you're going to be getting.
Hi, I'm Dustin. I'm an RPG enthusiast, but a first-time cyberpunker.
Oh.
I guess you're going to have to stick around and find out more than that.
Well, that's why today is called How to Be a Choomba. Because Choomba, if you don't know, it's like a slang for dude or bro or guy in the cyberpunk universe. So now you're learning how to be a Choomba today.
Oh.
That's what we're going to be doing.
Okay.
All right? I hope you're okay with that. You're hip? You're cool? I know you got kids. I got a kid
I'm a
too.
Choomba.
You're a Choomba.
Yeah, okay.
We're hip. All right. On this way, yes.
I'm Garrett. As you heard, I own Green Tower Games. I met John a while ago. Basically taught him how to paint.
Mm-hmm.
It's all downhill from there.
Yeah.
I played Cyberpunk. I think the last time I threw dice for Cyberpunk was like 6 years ago. Old rules. Very splatterpunky campaign, so I'm kind of interested in seeing how this one goes.
It was 2020, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You literally a group of solos doing all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you for
This
having
is
such
first time in red. I literally just started reading it today.
Oh, you're going to like it. Yeah. You're going to like it. It's got all the same kind of stuff.
So for me, is this like going from 3.5 to
5e? Yeah.
Very much so.
100%. Yeah.
The rules are maybe a little
Streamlined.
less crunchy, but
Still crunchy.
But there's a lot of room for maybe more room for.
Yeah, they did their best to like keep the 90s game vibe, but also modernizing it. So that's what, in my opinion. Take it away.
And me. Hi. I'm Binary. A lot of people refer to me as Paris because we're in the real world here. So that's weird.
This is IRL.
That's my IRL name. Your phone is on. That's weird.
I'm sorry.
I play Cyberpunk a lot. Like a lot. I played it last Friday. We did another recording for my podcast you may have heard of. No Latency. It's pretty good. Merch. Anyway. You can check it out on all podcast platforms. We've been making the podcast for over a year. John was on our Christmas episode. And that's kind of, I think, where we started planning new things together.
I was lucky enough to be a part of it. It was really fun.
Yeah, and we did that with Miss Magitech as well.
Mm-hmm. Shout out.
Yeah, big time.
Shout out.
Yeah, that's me.
So,
You can find out more about my podcast at nolatencypodcast.com.
Yeah.
Boop.
And we're here to play Cyberpunk the way your grandpappy played it. We got dice, we got the book, we got character sheets from the data pack. I mean, how cool is that thing, right? They just like ripped out pieces of paper for you guys. So let's go around the table, and first off, I want to hear what role you guys are going to be playing, and we'll just come around this way. And take your time. Don't worry. I know there's a camera. I know we have a time limit. Don't worry about it. Think about it. Just have fun, all right? So Arnog. Fixer. All right, sounds good. Make sure you write it down.
Thanks, Dad.
Put it on your paper. Full name. Dustin, what are you thinking?
The name of it is slipping my brain. But
Sure.
The cybernetic repairman.
Tech.
The tech.
Yeah. Okay. So tech. There's also another thing called medtech. Medtech is like the healer class, basically, kind of thing.
Squirty bits.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
The cool thing about the tech, it has this ability called Maker, and basically it's a way to homebrew items and break the game. Like it literally will say in the book, you could break the game.
I look forward to breaking
So
it.
yeah, there's fun stuff you can do with it. So keep in mind what kind of tech you want to be. If you want to be a fabricator, an inventor, someone that just does things on the fly, those are like the different the classifications that the tech will have. Garrett.
I think I'm going to be a nomad.
Nomad. Nice. Okay. So what do you remember from Nomads?
Basically, like Road Warrior style. They're the guys that travel between the mega cities or whatever. I figure we'll be inside major cities. So.
Yeah, so like the Nomad from 2020 to Red has the biggest glow up.
Oh.
They, so everything collapsed, right? In Red, everything reset, a bunch of the corporations collapsed and stuff like that. So now they rely on Nomads for transportation, moving things from here and there. Without them, they wouldn't be able to do any of that stuff. So Nomads are more important. They're like the lifeblood of civilization right now. So yeah, you went from being like pariahs to being like the guy that everybody needs. So in the game terms, you'll have access to a motor pool, and you can literally have a helicopter at the first beginning level. It's called a gyrocopter. I think it's a 2-seater, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's a 2-seater thing. You can have your guy with the gun on top, and yeah. So,
Guy with the gun.
Paris.
I'm stuck.
Okay.
I'm stuck, my dude. Because I was thinking of doing a tech, and then I'm not a fan of. I don't want to take that away from you. I don't want to take that away from you. I don't
You can
want
have
to.
2 techs.
I know. And I kind of like the idea of playing a corpo, but I don't want an assistant. So I don't really know. I'm close to Netrunner, if I'm honest.
Netrunner's great. I love it. Obviously, I love everything about it. As far as Corpo would go, if you're worried about having to deal with an NPC, you wouldn't have to worry about that. So basically, this is just a person that you can boss around. They don't always have to be there. They don't always have to be... they're a phone call away, basically.
I know.
So you can have a Netrunner little assistant that you call every now and then, every time you find like a shard or a USB drive.
I think I'll just be a Netrunner.
Okay,
So.
sounds good. Netrunner's great. Netrunner's fun. It's good to have one in the group because a lot of fun things can happen. And you have access to stuff that other people don't. So Arnog, your ability is called Operator. I know you're familiar with it.
Operator, what does that do?
That
For
is...
us that don't know.
So for those of you that don't know, Fixer knows how to get things on the black market and are adept at navigating the complex social customs of the street. Where hundreds of cultures and economic levels collide, Fixers maintain vast webs of contacts and clients. So basically it is his ability to have contacts, reach, which is the highest price category. You can get $500 Eddie items and below. Other people can't get it. They got to go to a Fixer to get anything 500.
I get it.
So you're able to give everybody that ability.
Guy.
And also you can use your operator rank in haggling. So whenever you're haggling for skills, you can add your rank, which by the way, we all start at 4. So yours is going to be Maker is your roll ability. And it's going to start at a 4. Let's see. I don't know where that goes on the sheet.
Well,
Roll ability right there, yeah. So
Do you write 4 next to it?
yeah,
or
4.
Is that on this side?
I think you just put it right next to it. And then yours. Yours is also what did you take again? You took
Netrunner.
Netrunner. So yours is what's the Netrunner one called?
Computer shit.
Phase, hacking.
You have the book.
Keanu Reeves.
The book in front of
I know, but now I gotta look it up and be embarrassed.
I've only opened
What is
this
it
book once
called?
in my life, so I'll find it first.
Dude, what is it called?
What is it? What
The
are you looking
Netrunner thing. Interface.
Interface.
Goddamn.
What's that?
It's the name of their magazine. So yeah, Interface is his, and it starts at a 4. Okay, so that's it. We're good with that. The only person that really needs the two of you need to figure out what you want to do with your special ability. So let me do the Nomad one first. You have your family motor pool. So a Nomad adds their motor rank to any drive land vehicle, pilot air vehicle, pilot sea vehicle, anything that has to do with vehicles. You can add your 4. So that's what makes you so good. So your rank is 1 to 4. You either get a compact ground car, like a sedan or a coupe, a gyrocopter, a jet ski, or a road bike. What do you think?
Road bike.
Road
I was
bike.
Actually talking to Dustin on the way up there.
Okay. Does it have a little sidecar?
Maybe we'll get the Fixer to.
Well, I mean, you can have
2
one.
sidecars.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Yeah. Arnog's not going to do anything for free.
Nothing's for free.
No. Not in
to be
the Cyberpunk
clear,
world.
when I play my characters do not know what an NPC or a PC is. They treat everyone as they would anybody
As a
else.
client.
Let's look at your Maker ability. Dustin?
Yeah.
So your Maker ability, you get to put that in with all of your stuff, basically. So let me go through the different... Here it is. Classification. There is field expertise. There's upgrade expertise, fabrication expertise, and invention expertise. Okay? So...
Just off the titles, upgrade seems like the one I'm thinking.
Sure.
The guy who's always fixing something and then it's better when.
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
fixing
for
it.
sure. So the way it works is you can either put all 4 points into upgrade,
Oh, I see.
Or you can just do 2 and 2 or 1, 1, 1. It's up to you.
Let's grab a couple of fabrication because I'm looking for those game-breaking objects.
Yeah, you can do that. The problem is you'll also need someone to
invention.
invent. So
Gotcha.
someone will invent it. They'll give you the plans.
Gotcha.
Then you fabricate it, and
I
boom,
see.
you have the prototype.
Gotcha.
So that's how it works.
Cool.
But you can do maybe 1 in expertise upgrade, and then maybe 2 and 1.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
So it's
I
up to you.
take some invention.
You don't have to
get
decide
you
right
worth-
now.
Okay.
So you know
That's
how it
something I'll think
works.
about.
Yeah, you can read up on that. Stats. You guys ready for that? Page 72. Now,
Go.
do you guys want to roll, or do you guys want to do a stat array or point by?
Give me a how many points I have to work with.
You got it. All right. So starting characters, 62 stat points. That's what it is. The only limit is that no stat may be higher than 8 or lower than 2. So let's go down the line. Intelligence, I think you guys understand what that is. Knowing things. Reflex is for shooting guns and driving. Dexterity is for hand-to-hand and dodging. Tech is for tech. Cool is for keeping your cool in situations, whether you're cool in an environment. That
For
kind of
enjoying
stuff.
the movie Face Off.
And for enjoying the movie Face Off, makes you cool as well. Will is for your will to live, your willpower to move on and do things. It's a new stat, actually. They just added it to red. Luck is a resource pool. So whatever number you put in there, that amount you can use per session. It regenerates.
Don, how many points do we have to work with?
62.
6.
So luck, it refreshes each time, and you basically say, like, before you do a roll, I'm going to add this many luck points to it. And then you add that many points, and that just helps you out in a situation. Move is how many squares you can move. That number, whatever that is. That's also times 2, that's how many meters.
Okay.
So that's an easy way to remember.
63?
62.
62.
Body is your body stat. It's how much health you're gonna have. Body plus will is like a chart for how much HP you'll have. Empathy is how connected you are to your humanity, and that's important for cyberware.
Yeah.
So it's also how you deal with people and social interactions and stuff like that. So what kind of weapon are you thinking? Do you want to have a melee weapon too?
I'm sure. So, like, if I were just off the top of my head, I think he's got like a sawed-off shotgun,
Okay.
38 snub nose, maybe like a military-style knife with the knuckles on it.
Okay.
That kind of vibe.
So the military knife would be like a light melee weapon.
Okay.
It kind of sucks. It's only 1d6. That means it can't do a critical injury, so it's not that great. I would take like a medium melee weapon.
Or like a katana.
No,
What does that
katana,
mean?
So baseball bat, crowbar, machete is a medium.
Oh, I see.
And heavy is like lead pipe, sword, spiked bat. Very heavy, chainsaw, sledgehammer, helicopter blade. It's literally in the
This is.
book.
You wear it on your back like you're.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like Cloud.
Like clown. Helicopter buster blade.
What would the advantage of having a light weapon be though? Like
Concealability.
concealment? Yeah. Okay.
And that's actually one of the things on the chart right here too. And it's
I see.
obviously cheaper.
So maybe a little column A, a little column B.
Okay.
Maybe a knife.
So let's, if you want to maybe write it down.
Yeah.
Light
for sure.
melee.
But like in terms of cost, I'll be able to afford.
You know what? You can do it later anyway.
Sure,
So
sure.
just to get an idea of what you can get.
Yeah, that's like what I want. That's all I wanted. To
Yeah,
get
yeah.
was, like,
So
I don't want to bother getting skills that I can't use.
those are the melee weapons. You use the melee skill, and then it's your melee skill versus your opponent's evade skill.
And melee is like a dex thing, or
Yeah, melee is a dex thing. Evade is a
Okay.
dex thing. Other than the melee weapon, and also melee weapons ignore half armor, so that's a really good way to combat a high armored enemy. You get in up close and personal, get it in the joints, find weaknesses with your weapon, and you ignore half of their armor.
I think a crowbar fits his aesthetic pretty well.
That's nice. I like it. You could put
Big old pipe wrench or something.
pipe wrench.
Or a big ass wrench. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
A spanner.
Oh yeah. Or a monkey wrench.
Yeah.
A big, like with a chunky thing on the top. I like that. And you don't
Maybe
have
I'll
to
change my
conceal
handle
it.
to monkey wrench.
Yeah, that's right. And you don't have to conceal it. You're like, I'm working here. You know, I got my tools with me. And then there's ranged weapons, and the way they're categorized is like medium pistol, heavy pistol, very heavy pistol, SMG, heavy SMG. You said you wanted a shotgun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a sawed-off shotgun is a shoulder arm weapon. It
Okay.
does 5d6 as a slug, or it does a 2d6 spread.
Sure, and it's hard to miss with, I think.
Yeah, or is it 2 or 3? I think it's 3d6. Shotgun shell. I don't. I'll have to look it up. But it's 500 eddies.
So
5d6 is the highest you can do.
that would
unless
be
it-
a pretty significant amount of money.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Because if you roll 2 6s, you do a critical injury.
Sure.
So more d6s you can throw, the more opportunity you have to roll 2 d6s, and you
Very
do some
nice.
nasty critical injuries.
Cool.
So,
I
and
mean,
because you're a tech and you're a new player, I'm going to give you a little bit of a bonus. I'm going to make you be able to conceal the shotgun
Okay.
because it is a sawed-off. So I'm going to give you the concealability even though it doesn't have it.
Okay.
The only way you can have it is going to a tech. Well, guess what? You are a tech.
Oh, right.
So
So I've,
that's why
I've modded my weapon
you've modded your
already.
shotgun. You made it concealable.
Look, I'm already making good choices.
Yeah, so I'll give you that. And then you're going to want to buy ammo and stuff like that.
For sure.
There's exotic weapons. Take a look at that at your own time. It's fun stuff. The next thing that's very important is you guys are going to want to get light armor jacks. That's what everybody gets. It's the highest amount of stopping power in your armor without taking negatives on your stats.
Gotcha.
Like it's like at that cusp, right? So almost everybody takes it. It's not that expensive. It's only 100 eddies, and it gives you 11 SP armor. Usually people get it for head and body,
Sure.
but you know, it's up to you. I'm not really a stickler on whether like, hey, are you wearing your helmet or not? But I think it would be good to keep that in mind. You know, you're in a public situation. You might not want to put a helmet on. You know, you walk into a bar and they're like, oh, sorry, Rambo, what's going on? Is there Charlie in the trees?
The shotgun, was that a heavy weapon or is that
No, shoulder arms.
shoulder arms?
Yeah,
Okay.
shoulder arms. So is assault rifles, those are all shoulder arms.
Okay, and then handguns are more self-explanatory.
Yeah, handguns are handguns. Yeah, exactly. And then heavy weapons are all your grenade
So
launchers,
good.
flamethrowers, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, what if I take martial arts?
Martial arts is sick. So the cool thing about martial arts is you get like special abilities like bone breaking strikes and stuff like that, depending on what martial art you take. But it also gives you this ability where your hands are melee weapons.
Okay.
So your hands ignore half armor. And according to
okay.
whatever your body is, that's how much damage you do. I think at 8 you do 4d6? No, 3d6. So you do rate of fire 2, 3d6, ignoring half armor with your bare hands.
Ooh.
So that's why it's a very powerful skill. There's like a really broken build you can make called Daddy Shark. One of the guys that made this book told me about it,
Okay.
and he's a like notorious power gamer. Shout out to you, James. You wear like a linear frame. You take martial arts, and your body's a 12, and you do like 5d6 with your hands. You're like a machine. Yeah, you just go around punching people to death. What kind of weapon did you want as? You wanted that hatchet?
Well, he is gonna need an axe.
Okay, so right axe, whatever you want to call it, it does 3d6 rate of fire
Just a
2.
fire axe. You found that in an abandoned building.
Yep,
Same as always.
3d6 rate of fire 2. Is it a short handle?
No, it's a fire axe. It
Okay,
requires
so it's
both
not
hands.
not concealable and requires both hands.
Oh, it's
and
concealable.
then it would have to be maybe
No,
collapsible.
no. I have my ways. Don't worry.
Okay, fine. I believe you. And then, do you want a firearm? Obviously, right?
No, John. I want the dick in my pants.
Well, you have that already. All right. Now, do you want a weapon?
A handgun and an SMG would be nice.
Okay. What kind of handgun? Big boom with one shot. Medium boom.
If I were to have my pick,
Concealable. Not concealable.
handgun should be very concealable. Like I don't even want the cop seeing it. So I'd go for maybe
You'd probably go heavy pistol then. It's 3d6,
how heavy?
2 shots, 3d6 damage.
What caliber?
I would say like 45.
Cop he'll spot that.
Okay, so there's that, and then SMG is 2d6. You might want to, but it's concealable, like an Uzi, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then why don't we go with
If you want like a higher caliber SMG, it's not concealable. You can have your buddy here make it concealable for you with an upgrade. But it like from character creation.
He's expecting no favors.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. What would be smart here? A handgun is essentially a backup weapon, but is the concealability different per caliber, or does it just not matter?
Yeah, like the heavier the weapon, the less your ability.
The one that
to
you told me,
conceal.
which is a 45, what's the concealability on that?
On the SMG,
No, the handgun.
it is concealable.
What's the concealability?
It's just it can be concealed. That's
so
it.
again, it doesn't matter the caliber. It could be a 45, it could be a 38.
Well, the caliber just lets us know what category the gun is going to be in. So the categories are medium,
That's
heavy,
great.
and very heavy.
I'll take a 911 Colt. 1911s, excuse me.
Sounds good. So
Well, that's old fashioned. Why don't you tell me? I don't know what.
Whatever
what
you want,
Modern weapons are
the
available.
modern the 2045 Colt. All right, Colt just came through with a new one.
Fine. Colt
Yeah,
45.
3d6, rate of fire 2, concealable.
Ammunition? How many rounds?
As much as you want, but you'll have enough money to get some.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
As much as you need.
90?
90, fine, whatever. That's
Seriously,
fine. It's like $10 for. It's $1 each.
John. I'm asking what the magazine's capacity is.
Oh, the capacity. 8. 8 shots.
8 rounds. That's not 45.
It's
Whatever.
8 shots.
Who cares?
Designed by Smith & Wesson.
Exactly.
Red. Smith & Wesson Red.
Yeah,
so,
right.
how many rounds are you giving me?
Whatever you want in your reserve, dude. I'm not really a stickler on that.
100.
Okay, that's fine.
And as for my submachine gun,
Yeah.
let's make that more concealable.
Okay, so you want the SMG, it's a 2d6, 30 round capacity.
2d6, 30 rounds. Rate of fire?
1.
Say again?
1. So this is good for auto firing. That's what the SMG is for. But and suppressive fire, and it's concealable. Paris, how you doing over there?
I'm doing all right. I've gone through all of my my skills. I was looking at a little bit of cyber tech, so I feel like I'd have a decent amount of it.
Yeah, we'll definitely need to get into that too.
I know what weapons I want though.
Okay.
I want a hand crossbow,
Oh, okay.
and I want to have the option to use it as a grappling hook.
Yeah.
But the grappling hook is ammo, so I have to repurchase it when I use it.
Grappling ammo. Is that in the book,
No,
Rob?
I'm making it up.
Okay, that's fine.
But I just think it'll be kind of fun.
Yeah.
So if I ever have to like leave it, if I don't remember to take it with me, like if I don't pick up, I pick up the arrow, then I.
Roll me a d6.
Well, those bolts
3.
can
Okay,
break.
you have 5. You have 5 arrows, grappling arrows.
5 of those. I want to have a heavy pistol,
Okay.
and I want to have a stun gun.
Stun gun, okay. I'll let you have the stun gun. Fine.
Ah.
Oh,
the
you
rules.
found the
Stun
shop.
gun does 3d6.
There you go.
Electric damage.
Let's go back.
Right.
It's funny, I said we wouldn't use the app, and now we're using
The app's dope.
It's so good.
The thing I like
That's
about the
how
app
good
is it's called a companion for a reason, because you can use it as a companion to
Yeah.
actually having a paper
It's
sheet.
an addition.
Yeah, it helps you with some of the math, which once it's done isn't crunchy, but setting that up can be a little crunchy.
It also has a section for contacts, like you could literally like make a phone book
Yeah.
for your buddy.
Oh, neat.
And you can
and-
use the app to
And you can print it, and you can also just import it. Like you can send me a code. I put it in my app, and it just populates your character in my app. So it's easy to move it around and stuff like that. Now, after weapons and stuff, you guys are gonna find gear like stuff like your cell phone, which is called an agent in Cyberpunk, because it does more than just what your phone can do. It does so many things. It's like a little AI.
John,
and
I'm
everything.
taking auto fire. If I put in 4 points, I have 2.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I would put at least 8, so you can have 4. Because the difficulty to hit with autofire is really high.
Yeah.
In this game,
Does it
looking
have to
through
be
it.
attached to me, or can that just be on my bike?
That could be on your bike if you wanted to. The Midnight
What?
Lady.
Oh, good lord.
That's how you turn on your bike.
Nomads, man. It's a
The
lonely
best key is
road.
my dick. Here we go.
I don't go anywhere without it, so I'll never forget it. It's
Now, damn it.
I'm the only one that can start it.
Midnight Lady started.
I'm the
Like
only
under
one
fire.
who can start it. Good
Yeah.
lord.
Come on, man.
Hey, when was the last time you changed your oil?
That's a
Kinda
funny
sticky.
way to. Some guys have the breathalyzer thing, and you
Oh,
got the
God.
Midnight
That's
Lady.
gross.
Oh man. So yeah, going through all the
Well,
cyberware
like-
and stuff. Do you have any? Sorry, go ahead.
If I got the
It's
Mr.
being
Stud
stubborn
and
at
then the
this
Mike had the lady, that could be odd. Like,
Yeah, you're definitely
it's like
giving
it's
you're giving
like,
them your
Was it
business.
live wiring?
That's right.
Adult content.
That's right.
I've got an idea of some of the cyberware I want.
Sure.
So, just
It's
for
expensive.
it does get expensive. My character's called Binary because I like that as a name.
It makes sense.
Cool. Being really
It
cool.
works.
His real name is Kane Alexander, or Xander, as his last name has become.
Okay.
Xander. He's a netrunner. He got fascinated with it because he has a digital pet called 8-Ball, which is a ball that helps him interface and stuff. He's more of a cheerleader. Doesn't really do anything. I don't need any rules or extra roles. He's just cool.
Cool.
I have the little like Tamagotchi like companion.
Okay.
Um,
Does it make noise? Does it hum?
it can only reply in things that an 8-Ball would say.
But when I'm saying when it operates, does it make a noise like it hums or?
No,
what
when you
about
shake
the-
it, it makes an 8-Ball noise. It's an 8-Ball it's a digital
Gotcha.
8-Ball that
It does-
floats.
It floats.
Yeah, and it can squeak.
And it squeaks. Okay.
So it can squeak in a cute way like a pet. But when I ask it anything, it can give me only answers that come out of an 8-Ball.
Okay. Like try again.
Try again. Yes. No. Maybe.
Okay.
For sure. I think there's a full list somewhere of all of them.
Okay.
And that's now your job.
All right.
Um,
Damn. Like I don't have enough on my plate.
Yeah. Right. And if I could get to the
John, I'm gonna make it easy for you. Cybernetics. If there's anything that gives boost to reflexes, I'll take it. If not, I'm not
I
bothering.
believe there's
Nice.
chipware
Yeah.
that you can get. So you want neuralware?
Because the way the rules are in this game, there's no point in getting cyber armor.
Cyber armor?
Yeah.
No,
skin
there
weaving
isn't.
stuff, no.
Unless it's really for narrative reasons because stacking armor is different than in 2020.
There is no stacking.
No, there is no. So whatever your highest armor
Is the
value,
armor.
that's
Yeah.
that's the armor. But the caveat is, if your armor is, if let's say you have an armor jack and it gets shredded, if you do have skin weave under, now the skin weave is your new armor.
Rounds
Nice
will go
bracket.
through, and when it does, you die.
True. This is true. This is how physics works. I believe. I'm not a doctor.
Your hit points will be so low by that point, you may as well not even have it.
I'm trying to find which one is the +2 to
Oh.
reflex.
This is giving me far more
Now,
money.
bear in mind, I'm not gonna.
2550. That's what it should be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
not gonna need things like smart gun length. I'm gonna buy smart goggles for that.
Okay. There's +1 to aimed shots, targeting scope. There is.
Which is covered under smart goggles.
Yeah, you can get a cyber eye if you wanted though.
No, I'm not even gonna bother.
Perception checks. I'm trying to find where the reflex one was. There is a reflex one.
Because as empathy drops, so does my human perception, and that's really, really bad. Because I'm expecting people to lie to me a lot.
So for my cyberware, I'm gonna have to borrow 60 eddies from somebody
That's fine.
because I'm just shy by 60. But I've got chem skin. It's a very subtle blue hue,
Okay.
just underneath, and in the dark, it helps me just not be seen just a little bit more because I kind of fade in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a chipware socket, so I can install chips. I've got a Chiron that links in with my internal agent. So although I do have an agent, it Bluetooths into my body, and I don't have to take it out, which means I can control it without my hands touching it. Just use my brain.
Do you have a cyber deck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that for free though.
Yeah.
I have one Cyberite. I wanted to, but I can't afford it.
John, how much do we start with?
For what?
Oh, money is 2,000.
2,550.
Total. And how
Yeah.
much did my firearms and my...
Look in the book. It should be there.
Most of the
Yeah.
firearms on here when you first started were 100 eddies.
Yeah, 100, or I think the pistol's 100 and the fire axe is 100 as well.
Oh, my shotty was 5, so.
Yeah.
I've got EMP threading over my whole body, so I can help adjust that blue hue by kind of changing like little lights that come through on my body. I've got some interface plugs on both wrists, so I can just lay my hand on the computer when no one's watching and just
Nice.
plug in.
That's what I was going to ask about.
Yeah, yeah.
Whether you did that.
I have an internal agent, which I mentioned already. I also have tech hair, which I can change at will with my mind. It gives me +2 to personal grooming. And I have a voice stress analyzer. It gives me +2 to human perception and interrogation checks. It requires that cyber audio suite,
Mhm.
which I've already.
There you go. Awesome.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to rush you guys. Go ahead. Go through your equipment.
Yeah.
Are you done?
No.
Okay.
But I was going to ask, cyberware, there's something called a cyber arm that has 4 slots.
Yep.
What is that?
So there's the foundational cyberware, like you buy the cyberware, and then within it there are slots where you can add the extra goodies. So you want a cyber arm,
Right.
and then you have 4 slots to put in upgrades. So
Like if you've got a cyber leg and you wanted to hide your gun, you can't hide a gun in a flesh leg.
Right.
So once
For
you
sure.
do that, one of those slots could be taken up for the gun. as it
Right.
were.
So yeah, like here, cyber limbs, cyber arm. It has 4 option slots, so that
Yeah,
it's
that
500, and then it'll be the 7, the number next to the dice roll is when you install it, like throughout
Sure.
the campaign. This is character creation, so 7 is what it will cost, and then you have 4 options from here. Some of these say like this one says it takes up 3 slots, the cyber deck,
Okay.
so that if you wanted to have an arm
Okay.
like a deck in it, you got it.
Right. So essentially, any of these can take up another
But
slot.
something like an interface plug wouldn't. They'd run a cable through your body.
Sure.
Yeah, and then you can get a hand can be installed in a meat arm. So basically, it's not a cyber arm, but it's only the hand.
Right. Right.
And you
And-
could still have a grapple arm for that.
Yeah.
couldn't you? Oh, sorry, a grapple hand.
Grapple hand.
Yeah, yeah.
You can have a grapple hand.
Big nuts.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's
But
weapons.
yeah,
there's all kinds
there
of
are a
stuff.
few things that take 2 slots, but most things 1, right?
Most things are 1. Yeah, the only
Like I
thing
think the
that
blades take up all of it. That's right.
the wolvers take can be concealed as only a piece of cyberware and a meat arm. Oh, so wolvers can do 1. Scratchers also just 1.
Really?
Yeah, they're
Huh.
only 1. Interesting.
Maybe that's something I'm assuming from the video game. So
Oh no, it says rippers can be installed as only piece of cyberware in a meat arm.
in a
in the
meat
meat
arm,
arm,
but
yeah.
not in a cyber tech.
Oh, not in a cyber arm. Yeah,
So in the video game that some people have heard of, if you want that, that's the only thing.
it's
you
the
can
only
have
thing you can
in
add.
that arm.
Yeah.
John,
So
to
they
be
take-
clear, I am paying for my armor and weapons, right?
Yes, of course. 2,550. That's for cyberware, everything all together. Yeah.
So
Oh,
when
I
it says cyber arm, you have to have a cyber arm.
Can
to
we-
even
can
get
I-
it.
can I
Exactly. You
Just
got to
get
buy
it
the
to the arm.
foundational
A
cyberware.
little bit of a
first.
round of applause for the companion app. It worked out the humanity I need for me. Thanks,
Oh,
mate.
perfect.
So that was actually being the very next question: is how much humanity does one have?
It's
So
your,
go ahead. No, please.
Your
it's
empathy
your
times 10.
EMP times
Okay.
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Empathy times 10.
So my EMP is 7, so mine is 7.
When you get to 0,
When you get to 0, you are considered cyber psycho. You give me your character sheet. You're no longer in charge of your character, and the police come and just put you down like rabid dog.
cool.
But I like to implement a 2 minimum. So anything under a 2, and I'm like, you don't really have control of your character because eventually they're gonna crack.
Sure.
So I like to keep it at a minimum.
Just take it
of,
right to that edge.
yeah,
though,
get
right to
20
lightning.
humanity. I just put it right there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
You good with yours still?
Yeah.
You made it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need 60 extra eddies, but I'm
You're
good.
fine. I'll give it to you. That's okay.
John,
This
I'm
one's-
having trouble finding the smart goggles.
You're going the right way. Keep going. You'll find it in the gear.
Is that the actual name?
Yeah.
Hold on.
So that's where there's weapons are now.
Smart glasses are 500 eddies.
There you go.
I have the PDF version. I can search on here.
Perfect.
Now, how many cyber optic options can I get with those?
Cyber Eye. I just looked this up. Your
I don't know if smart. It should say on the smart goggles. Does it say if there's any option slots?
There are.
smart glasses.
Here it is. I found it. Two
page
slots.
101.
I got it.
There you go. So you can do a targeting scope and an image enhancer, right? And you get the benefits of that without losing any humanity.
Yeah.
Smart.
Oh, look at that! Virtual reality goggles let you do Chiron without having to have it built in.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, in so many words, because it says here, projects cyberspace imagery over real-world view.
Oh, you
Which
need
is
the
basically-
virtuality goggles. You need it as a netrunner.
No, I don't.
You
I've
don't?
got a cyber eye.
Oh, that's right. Well, you got it set up. Internally.
Exactly. That's why I got
Yeah,
the Chiron thing, because I'd like to be a bit of a spy kind of network.
Yeah. So no one knows that you're running.
No one knows I'm running.
Yeah. I got it. I like that.
He's. I've got high charismatic skills.
You could do Rocker Boy later.
I could. No, my intelligence is 8, obviously. What was it? My
Okay,
crew
I'm
is
trying to
7.
see if there's anything else that we missed.
With smart glasses, I'm trying to remember. Smart goggles in the original 2020, the cybernetic options that you get are half price. Is it the same or no?
No, there's nothing, no half price for anything.
Okay.
But you'd have to get it installed inside. There's got to be some kind of caveat for that.
What do you mean installed inside?
Well, I'm assuming when you get cyber. I mean, I'm more having this as a discussion
Sure.
for in general. If it's as written, it's fine. But from my perspective, if you think about like installing tech in someone's head, way more complicated than just
Mhm.
putting a chip in a goggle. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. But I don't know about a discount because we're living in a scarcity world.
Yeah,
Essentially, it would be you don't pay for the surgery.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter to
Exactly.
me.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
In that case, yeah, it would be much cheaper.
So
It's okay. I'll pay full price.
Do Big Nux and martial arts stack?
I wish. Unfortunately, they do not interact. I don't know what it would do to the game if they did interact, but supposedly it breaks the game a little bit.
Well,
I don't have the money for it, but I think eventually, my character would like a telescopic baseball bat.
Oh, nice.
Back to
I
the
like
future style.
That's sick. That's fun. I like that idea.
And when it extends to full, it goes.
That style over substance, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for gear and stuff like that. You guys definitely take your time
Yeah.
off camera.
Should we take a little bio and recording break?
Yeah, you guys want to take a little break?
Yeah, sure. John, hand me a couple D6, will you?
Okay.
Do you want numbers or dots?
Wait, for cyberware, you don't roll. You take the number that's next to that character creation.
Never mind.
There you go.
All right, we'll be back after these messages.